welcome to the second episode of Books and Barbells, the vlog series where I talk about books and fitness, health, all of the things. I am so excited for this episode. Why am I calling them episodes like they're a TV show? I don't know. But I just feel like because it's a series on my channel, it just makes sense. So we're just gonna go with it, okay? I'm very excited for this episode. I'm gonna be sharing with you kind of like what my workout routine looks like right now. I talked a little bit in the last one, and if you haven't seen that one, I will link it in the cards as well as in the description about like kind of what my overall goals were. So we're just gonna kind of like recap that and also talk about like what I'm actually doing to achieve said goals. And we are also going to be reading Lessons in Chemistry. I just felt like this was the perfect book to pair with a series because this, from what I've heard, is very like femme vibes. Very like powerful women vibes, and like there's nothing that makes me feel more powerful than like working out and lifting weights and that kind of thing. So I just kind of feel like it goes hand in hand, and also just like the very like stick it to the man kind of mentality. And all I know about this book is that we do get those vibes. We are following our main character, Elizabeth, I believe is her name. Yeah, Elizabeth Zott. Cool name. And she is a chemist, but like this takes place in the 50s and 60s, I believe, and so that is very much like a man's world. There's no place for women in science, and even if they do accomplish something, the men are the ones that get the credit for it. So I believe this is just kind of following her story as a chemist and what that looks like for her. I believe those are the vibes, with also like such feminist vibes throughout the entire book, and I'm very excited for it. I've heard nothing but good things. I don't read a lot of contemporary fiction, but like when I see a book getting such high praise like this with also just themes that I like reading about, I'm gonna go for it. So we're gonna read that. We're gonna talk about all things health and fitness, and then just kind of show you what I'm up to in that world. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the vlog. It's me in the same spot because I just filmed that intro. I have my morning shake going on. It's probably not the smartest idea for me to be drinking this on camera because there's bits of blueberry that I feel like are gonna get stuck in my teeth. So if that happens, don't tell me about it, okay? But I thought we could start off this vlog just kind of doing a little fitness chat and me just kind of updating you and just letting you know like what I'm up to. So in the last one, I talked about like what my goals were, which kind of to recap is to build muscle. And I'm just at this point where like, okay, I just turned 36 years old, and I just feel like there's obviously I'm never going to be as young as I am right now, and I have never pushed my body to, I don't want to say like extreme limits because that sounds really bad and like I'm going about it the wrong way, but I've never pushed my body in like the weightlifting realm to see what it's capable of. I look at like some of my family and that kind of thing, and like not just my immediate family, I mean like extended family and that kind of thing, and I'm just like, you know what? I know genetics play like a huge role in what your body is obviously capable of, and like, you know, obviously certain muscle definition and that kind of thing, but like I just want to see what my body is capable of. I have never been a muscular person in my life. I've always been I guess what you would dub like skinny fat, like growing up. That's what I was. I didn't do a lot of sports or anything like that. I'm honestly quite clumsy and like not that coordinated. I'm like really exposing myself here, but like I'm not. I've never have been, and now as an adult I suffer with vertigo and tinnitus, which obviously like just puts my balance off. I'm going on a tangent here, but so like I just have never, I've always been a little bit more reserved in like my fitness routine and just doing like, this is gonna sound so bad, but like if you know, you know, doing like girly style workouts where like maybe lifting like 10 pounds max and not really like going for it with the weights because I was afraid of being like too bulky. And then I obviously like my whole fitness kind of career here has been kind of went through that whole, like, I've gone through like fad diets and all of that, but also just gone through like the, if you want to lose fat, you have to do cardio kind of thing. And just like, I have learned a lot over the past couple of years. And I am just ready to push my body to see what it's capable of. Can I even achieve that like muscular look that I would like? Even if I can't, that's fine. I'm not necessarily going for like aesthetics here. I just want to feel hella strong, you know? I just want to feel like I don't have to worry about my balance being off because I have good mobility and that kind of thing. Like, my grandmother is like 90 years old and she just broke her hip, okay? Like, this is the thing that I'm thinking about. I'm like, I don't want to get to the point of like me being older and have like weak bones and that kind of thing. So me pushing my body isn't for aesthetic purposes, although that would be cool. I'm not gonna lie, but it's more so like the longevity of it. Like, I want to be able to, you know, have good cardiovascular health. I want to have strong bones so that when I get older, I'm not worried about breaking things and that kind of thing. Like, obviously you just never know, but like, I just feel like I'm never gonna be as young as I am right now, so like take advantage of that and see what's possible. So what am I doing to achieve that? That's really kind of where I wanted to like talk about, even though I just probably went on like a 5-minute tangent, so sorry. But like, not at the same time, that's what these vlogs are for. I am right now weightlifting 5 days a week. Now, we have a home gym kind of setup, so we have a bench, we have block weights that go up to like 70 pounds, I believe, maybe even higher than that, I'm not sure, clearly I'm not using those quite yet. And we have like, I have a bunch of like other fitness accessories, so I have enough to like work out at home and continue to build and lift heavy muscles with those heavy weights. So we have that, and like, honestly, I haven't been like a gym girly in a hot minute. I kind of just lost the confidence, and I would like to get back to a gym eventually, but for right now, I'm so happy working out from home. It works out into my routine, and I just love it. I get to like wake up and everything's right there. I don't have to drive there and like psych myself out and do all of that. So I'm happy with the home gym. When we have a house someday, like, we want to build it out and have more equipment and that kind of thing, but for right now, those block weights and the bench do wonders. And obviously, like, I have resistance bands and all of the shit. So, you know, I get very good workouts in at home. So my workout split right now, which just like means what day, like what body parts am I working on what days. It switches week to week on like what day I do that, but I divvy it up into, I do a shoulder day, I do a back and buys day, I do a chest and tries day, I do a quads and calves day, and then a booty and hamstrings day. And I never do the same, like, I don't do upper body back to back. So like, I put the leg days in between, so I'm not working obviously around the same muscle groups the same days. And that works really well for me. I have been enjoying it so much. I was not sure if I was going to like be in the headspace to like psych myself up to lift heavy weights, but oh my goodness, I freaking love it. It makes me feel so cool. I feel like such a badass. And like, even though my tiny little muscles are like actually tiny, I can feel myself getting stronger every week. If I know that I'm lifting heavier and that kind of thing, like, that's progress that I want to see. I don't care about the number on the scale because I don't know what my body, like, I've never had this muscular build, so I don't know what weight I should be, you know what I mean? So I'm not doing this for a number on the scale. It's, as long as I can measure my progress in terms of like how much I'm lifting and if I'm getting stronger and that kind of thing, I'm happy about that. Now, also, simultaneously, I also am trying to, of course, burn fat because I have a lot of fat on my body right now because I don't have that muscular build. Now, so is that some of it just like skin? Yes, of course. So again, not going for any sort of number on the scale or anything. And the way I'm achieving that, I'm not putting focus on it. I am just focusing on my, what they call NEAT, which is like non-exercise activity. So I'm walking, trying to get 10,000 steps a day. I'm not like glued to the number, y'all, okay? I'm not glued to the number. Don't do that to yourself. You can get really obsessive. And like, I don't have an Apple Watch, so like, I'm not carrying my phone with me every step I take. So I know that the numbers aren't quite off. But anyways, I aim for a high step count, and I just walk right now. Like, that is my non-exercise activity. I also, you'll see in this video, got a jump rope. So I've been starting to jump rope more, which just sounded fun. I haven't jump roped since I was a kid. I'm not that great at it. Gotta work yourself up to like being able to do these things well again. I used to be so good at jump roping, and obviously if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm trying to like be better at jump roping, but I just thought that would be a fun way to like get some cardio in without it being like a HIIT workout or whatever. I throw those in every once in a while. On the weekends, I'm really just focusing on mobility, so I still move my body. I do my walks. I might jump rope. I might do like a slower yoga or Pilates, but really I'm just focusing on like stretching everything out and working on my mobility, because everything from weightlifting is so tight all the time. I'm really working on like loosening up my joints and like my flexibility and being able to like move my hips better and that kind of thing. Also from like working from home for the past 9 years or so, like everything obviously is just so tight from sitting, so like trying to like flex back out or stretch back out like my hamstrings, my hip flexors and like all of that from like sitting, working on posture, which I'm not doing a great job of right now. So all of that. So it sounds like a lot, but for me this is already ingrained in my routine. I can do a whole nother video of like how to actually like get started or like get motivated to work out again, if that's something that you want to see. Right now I just kind of wanted to explain what I'm doing. And then in terms of diet, I said in the last video that I wasn't tracking anything. I actually am now, again. So I downloaded MyFitnessPal, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because if you're weightlifting, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein to be able to build the muscles, because they need that to repair themselves after you've broken them down. You also need carbs and you need, fat. And I was eating so much fat, which like, here for it for like a short time, but I also was feeling so sluggish. So I was like, okay, let me start like tracking my macros again. I'm not being crazy with it. Really, I'm focusing on the protein number. That's like my main goal, but I'm aware of the other ones, but it's not obsessive for me, and I feel mentally okay to do that again. It's taken me a while to get here. And I know that that can be very triggering for a lot of people, and I do not recommend it for if you're not mentally in the headspace to like not be obsessive about it. And if you are, then that's fine. You don't have to worry about it. But for me, I feel like I'm mentally okay to be at a point of trying that out again and just like being aware of that and making sure that I'm fueling my body enough to get to the place that I want to be and like to see these, muscles come about and that kind of thing. So that is kind of my update and like how I break down my week and whatnot. I also wanted to share with you what I use, like where do I get my workouts and that kind of thing. So I am subscribed to the MadFit app, so Maddie Limburner. She has a YouTube channel. It's just MadFit. She also has an app. I believe it's $100 for the year, but she also has sales like all the time where you can get, I think it's like $60 for the year. And she has a few programs in there, and one of them I love. It's called the Strong at Home program, and it really helped me at the beginning of the year. But it helped me kind of wrap my brain around lifting heavy and like what exercises to pair with what. So like that was so helpful to me, and I love it. And I do that program, like I still do the workouts like over and over and over again, and it's cool to see the progress. So follow her. And then I also follow Sav Wright. She's just on Instagram, and she has a $20 a month membership where she has like a private Instagram where she posts workout, and I just use that to kind of get ideas, again, just like what exercises to pair with what, to get new ideas and that kind of thing. And I kind of now just pull from all of them. Sometimes I will follow a specific workout. Other times I will just pick moves that I want to do and do that. So I'm kind of in the process now of like a mixture, I guess, of making my own workouts while also following workouts. So those are the two places that I get workouts, but I also just look them up on YouTube. The mobility workouts that I do, her name is Julia Rappel, I believe. Rappel? I don't know how you say it. Everything will be linked in the description, by the way. But she has an incredible channel of all different kinds of mobility workouts. You can do them like first thing in the morning, before bed, as a standalone workout, and they are incredible if you are trying to improve your mobility, which is really important when you're trying to weightlift, you know, being able to get like certain ranges of motion and the correct movements and that kind of thing. So I love her. And then, like I said, I'm just using MyFitnessPal for tracking right now. But again, if you're not there, don't do it. Don't you do it. But those are the main places that I am getting workouts and that kind of thing. And then recipes, are just everywhere. YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram. I follow a lot of like fitness influencers, so I just get recipes from there. And I'm a creature of habit. I eat the same thing all the time. So that was a long ramble fitness chat, but hopefully that kind of helps you with where, you know, I am and what I'm doing and what you'll see in these vlogs. Like I said, if you want to see that kind of like how to get started or like a motivation kind of episode of this, I would be more than happy to do that. So that's all I'm going to chat about for now. I guess I'll see you in a second in the rest of the vlog. Getting warmer here, which means it's almost shorts weather. And here's the thing, my shorts right now do not fit. And like, I am not about trying to make my body fit my clothes. My clothes should fit my body. And I want you all to adopt that if you haven't already. If that's something that you are struggling with, maybe your weight has fluctuated, maybe your body's changing due to age or whatever it is, your clothes should fit your body. Do not try to make your body fit your clothes. Our bodies change all of the time. There are so many different factors that go into what our bodies are doing that, like, this could even be like a month to month thing. Like 1 month your shorts or clothes or whatever fit, and then the next month they're a little bit off and you're like, what is going on? It's such a mind fuck, and we need to just like do away with that. Also ignore the sizing of things, because oh my god, is it not the most frustrating thing on the planet that like even within the same store, the same size could be 2 different sizes. It's so annoying. Anyways, this is a long-winded rant of saying my shorts currently do not fit, and it is getting warm here. So I ordered some shorts from Abercrombie. I got the Curve Love Dad shorts because they were a little bit longer, and like, look, I am so not about, as a 36-year-old woman, I'm so not about like sitting down and having like my crotch hurt because my shorts are too short. Y'all know. If you've been rocking short shorts, you know when you sit down and they ride up, it is so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. So I got them in 2 different sizes because I wasn't sure what size I was going to be. So we're gonna try them on, see what happens, see if I even like them. If I can like recommend them to you guys. Like I said, they're a little bit longer. I always go for curvy fit these days because I have bigger hips, a smaller waist, and I also now have a butt. Thank the Jesus, I have a butt now. I've been working really hard on it. Also another reason why my shorts don't fit. My ass doesn't fit in my shorts anymore. And I'm here for that. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so we're gonna try on these shorts and see what happens. So I'm gonna try on the ones that are just a size up from my current shorts. My current shorts are from Madewell. I've actually not worn Abercrombie. These actually look really long. Okay, I'm 5'3", so maybe this is too long. I don't know, we're gonna have to see once I put them on. We're just gonna do this here. My shorts right now are from Madewell, and these are obviously, like I said, from Abercrombie. I have not worn Abercrombie since I was like a teenager. I feel like they went like out of style for a while, and now they're back. Oh, okay. These fit really well, actually. Okay. So like I said, these are a size up from the current shorts that I have from Madewell. They are very comfortable. I was not expecting that. Whatsoever. I brought my mirror in here so I can look. Oh, they actually are really long though. I feel like my, so fun fact, when I was younger, I went to like a church camp for a couple of summers, and I feel like I'm gonna have to tilt the camera down. Oh my god, these would pass the test. My shorts never pass the test. Okay, I tilted it down. Like, you can see. That is so funny to me. I do not know why. So yeah, I mean, they fit really well. They don't feel too tight. They're stretchy. So we have room for activities. They look cute on the butt for sure. I just don't know if they're too long. They do work cuffed. I'm gonna try on the next size up too, just to see. I have a feeling these are gonna be way too big. These fit too, but I do feel like because these are stretchy, they are gonna stretch out, and these like are quite large. I mean, they are hella comfortable. Do not get me wrong. They're definitely, there's too much fabric. Okay, I have the smaller ones back on now. And they definitely, like, they fit a little bit tighter, but I feel like they are going to stretch out with wear, and they're still like I don't feel like I have to suck in or whatever. My only thing is I just don't know if they are too long. You'll have to let me know in the comments, because I do not know.
I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights. Felt like nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream. We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I, floating on air in my mind. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. Everything so much better, riding high on your river. You and I, we're climbing way up together, standing on dizzying heights. You make everything so much better, riding high on your river. You and I, we're climbing.
Hello? I am having a total, like, folklore moment today. Like, the album. I don't know what it is, but then I feel like it just influenced my entire being today, and I didn't mean for it to happen, but, like, I'm not mad about it either. Like, I have my cardigan on, got braids going on, but, like, also I've just been having a real moment with folklore today, and it's a nice place to be. It's a nice place to be. Anyways, I wanted to give you an update on lessons in chemistry. I actually am, like, flying through this book. I am up to page 282 already, and I meant to give you an update beforehand, but, like, I just have been binging it, basically. I love this book. This reminds me that I need to pick up more contemporary fiction, because I really do enjoy it. I just have to find the ones that really align with, like, my taste. So I need to be on the lookout. But, like, books like this, I'm here for. I love me some femme vibes, okay? Like, I love it. But it's also giving, like, a little bit of Pleasantville, which, like, I love, okay? Pleasantville, such an underrated movie. I feel like not a lot of people talk about the movie. I freaking love that movie so much. Tobey Maguire in that movie is so freaking cute. And also Reese Witherspoon, amazing. Anyways, besides the point, I love this book and I love Elizabeth Zott. She is one of my new favorite characters. I just love her sarcasm and her sass and just her like way to tell things straight, and like she does not take shit from any man, and it's just perfection, okay? I love it, but I also love that it takes place in the 50s, so like that was very unheard of back then. So she's very much sticking up for women in general and just putting out this feminist vibe and like, no, we are not going to bend and bide to the man's rules. Like, we are our own entities, we are our own person, we are more than just the housewife. And I love the conversations in here about not having to be a mother, because as someone who has chosen not to have kids, and like that was very much a choice that I made and a choice that we made as a couple, this like it's not talked about very much, and it's also very much like looked down upon even still to this day. Like, I have spoken about it and I've gotten a lot of hate for it, and it's so annoying because it's a personal choice. It's a choice to have children and it's a choice not to have children, and neither one should be talked about because it's such a personal thing. But I love that she brings that conversation to light in here as well. It's not like a huge theme throughout the book, but it's enough where I was like, oh, I feel seen in this moment. Thank you, Elizabeth Zott. And thank you, what's your name? Bonnie? Thank you, Bonnie. Because I needed that. Like, I needed that moment of feeling seen, especially in a book that focuses so heavily on like the housewife. I mean, it focuses heavily against being like the normal housewife and like women going out and having their own lives and their own jobs and dressing the way that they want to. You get it. You get the vibes here, and I'm just here for it. I love it. I also was not expecting some of the things that have happened in this book. Like, by any means, I don't know what, like, I've really tuned out what this book was about. I got like the general gist of it, but like I didn't know the nitty-gritty details, and like I was not expecting. So like one part happened fairly at the beginning, and I'm not gonna say anything, but like I was like, oh my goodness. I was like shocked that it happened, and then didn't really realize about the whole like TV show aspect of it, which like is cool. It almost gives me like WandaVision, which I just is so funny to me. So I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying it. I love the conversations that are coming to life. I also love that she is talking so much about being a woman and like a scientific field as well, because I also feel like even to this day that is something that is not necessarily glorified, or like even there are still like men who look down upon women in politics and like these big important jobs that like we are obviously, and I shouldn't just say women, but like people. Let's, Kyla, retract your statement, eat your words, rephrase. People. Sorry about that. Checking myself every chance I get. That, you know, people, you know, whatever your gender is, like everyone should just be equal. And that's just not a conversation that is had these days, because a lot of people, especially masculine men, look down upon having other kinds of people in these roles, and it's a lot. So I also love the conversation around, or the bigger conversation, like the theme in here is obviously a woman in chemistry, but, in the scientific field, but this is obviously a much deeper conversation, and I just really enjoy that theme. So overall, having a grand old time. I only have like a little over 100 pages left, and I am so excited to see where this ends up and like how it wraps up. We just got to like a very pivotal part, and I was like, okay, I need to slow down and like actually update the vlog, Kyla, because the people have not heard from you and like need to hear your thoughts, but I just like want to throw myself into these last 100 pages and find out how this is going to end, because I do not know. I also just love her as a mother. Like, I do have to say that her relationship with her child is one of the funniest things to me. I just find it like, it reminds, I keep saying like all of these things remind me, but like it kind of reminds me of how my brother is with his daughter. Just like very like matter of fact and like straightforward, but like in the best loving way, and it's just, it tickles me. I don't know what it is, it just makes me laugh. So I love that, and her daughter is also just like her own type of way, and it's just hilarious. So yeah, I'm having a great time. I love it so far. I'm excited to see where it goes. I have no idea where these last 100 pages are going, but like so excited for that. And yeah, so I will update you probably when I'm finished, because I'm gonna fly through these this evening.
There's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. Standing on the dizzying heights. Everything's so much better. Riding high on your river, you and I, we're coming way together. Standing on dizzying heights. Everything's so much better. Riding high on your river, you and I, we're coming way together. Standing on the dizzying heights.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my
Why do I always say weird hellos when I start clips? I don't know. Anyways, I finished lessons in chemistry this morning, and I have some thoughts. I don't know how I feel about the ending of this book. I feel like it was a little after school special for me. I just felt like it was a little cheesy, a little after school special, a little self-help, while also obviously being fiction. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like not enjoy it. It was enjoyable. I just was like kind of just rolling my eyes a little bit. I just felt like it was a little cheesy, a little like too perfect of an ending. I feel like with a story like this and a character like Elizabeth Zott, like it would have been okay had everything not had like a happy ending or been like tied up in this perfect bow, because she sees life like as it is and it's very real and raw and like she tells it like it is. So I feel like for everything to end up so perfect, it just didn't really fit in my opinion. But I still enjoyed the ending, don't get me wrong. I liked where everything went. I loved the last little like twist almost that came. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Didn't really see that coming because, you know, it's a contemporary fiction. You don't really picture twists, but there was a little bit of like a mysterious element to her boyfriend, so I really liked the kind of like twist that happened at the end with that. And obviously, like, I love everything that happens with this dog. There's a dog in here, and he's a very prominent character, and I love that we get his thoughts, and I just love that how like everything wrapped up with him too. So cute. But yeah, it was a little after school special for me. It just was a little bit too perfect, a little bit too cheesy. It reminded me a little bit of like a Seventh Heaven episode. I don't know why. I get that feeling, but I was just listening to it and be like, this just does not seem like the ending of the book I just read. I don't know. It just felt too put together. And maybe that's on me for not reading like a ton of contemporary fiction recently. Like maybe they're all wrapping up this way and that's just like the vibe of contemporary fiction. It's been a while since I've read contemporary fiction, but I don't know. I still love Elizabeth Zott as a character. I love her daughter. I just think her daughter has the funniest personality. And I loved all the side characters. Like, I loved all the characters in this book. I really did like the way that it wrapped up. I just felt like it was too perfect, too cheesy. So all in all, I think I'm going to give this 4 stars. I think that if it had a little bit messier of an ending, I probably would have given it 5. But that's just my feeling. I have to go with my gut, and to me it says 4-star because it was a little bit cheesy and a little bit self-help and like really trying to like drive home this message of like feminism and women can do everything, and like I'm here for that message, but at the same time the way it was done was just a little over the top for me. A little over the top. So it has to be 4 stars. Still really enjoyed my time. I'm so happy I read it. I cannot wait to see the adaptation of this. Like, I think Brie Larson is going to kill it. I think she is going to be the perfect Elizabeth Zott. I think it's gonna be magical and I cannot wait. I will definitely, when it comes out and when I watch it, include my thoughts in a vlog at some point or like on my Instagram because I just like cannot wait. But I think that she was the perfect pick for this character and I am here for it and I cannot wait to see it. So those are my thoughts on Lessons in Chemistry. So happy I got to it, like so happy. And now I understand all the little pictures on the back, which just makes me so happy as well. I want to be in the know, you guys. I want to be in the know. But yeah, that concludes the reading for this vlog. And let's just finish it up, shall we?